Hello guys, welcome again to other live stream. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Well, as I said before, well, in my private actually Discord, I said you're thinking Bitcoin will crash. Actually, no. I was looking for a bounce. As you can see here, now it's bouncing. Okay, very good. The thing here is like in my case, what I'm doing, nothing. Just I'm watching Netflix, working in my platform. The reason is because I am not taking long positions here. Because I have a rule, right? Every time when Bitcoin is, or any asset actually is testing the previous resistance here, no thank you, it's not with me. I will never buy here. I will never do something because we'll go to the moon. Of course not. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin and what is happening right now. And let's talk about the facts here in this live stream because it's time to talk about, adults they are going to talk right now. The thing here is like Bitcoin, what is doing right now, Bitcoin for me, at least in my case, yes, this pump is happening right now. Yes, it's something I was expecting, yes. But here is the thing. The thing here is like, let me show you something here. We have information, right? It's information, not yet, right? It will take time. Bitcoin is forming a better divergence here, as you can see here. This point, and this point, yes, you can see here. So, and also at this time I added the RSI. Why? Because I want to show you something in the RSI. I don't use it for my system of trading, but it's something like many people they are watching right now. So I wanted to show you here. But even with this thing, also RSI is forming a better divergence, as you can see here. So this move here, maybe around, I don't know, $28,000, something like that, should be the move I was looking for months. What I'm trying to say, well, this move should be a major opportunity for starting cashing out. I'm saying short, of course not, because the trend is my friend, right? Well, you are very aggressive, of course, maybe a short is a thing, something actually something I will do, yes. But this with this setup here, no thank you, it's not with me. I will not open long positions here or buy here because Bitcoin will go to $50,000. Of course not. Actually, for me, this move, after I see the triple variance divergence here, even imagine, like, even with that, you have to see, even you see something like this, right? Maybe this heel is higher than this one. Well, even worse. Why? Because you have a massive variance divergence forming here. So from this point and also this point, maybe around $28,000-$29,000. Yeah, around there, maybe. But the thing here is like, Bitcoin actually is forming here. I mean, the timing here for this move even is worse. Looks like bulls, they are doing their best to, push the price. But I think in the macro scale, it's not enough. It's not enough. Why? Because the facts are here. The facts is like Bitcoin now has around maybe 80%, I would say 80-90% of development of this move, as you can see here in curve. Well, let me tell you something. After that, the average crash is around maybe 50%. So that's why I will be very, very careful here looking for, oh yeah, let's buy Solana and all the stuff here because, you know, the bull market is here. I don't think so. So the thing here is like, it will take time. Yes, I am saying the same thing like 1 month ago. Yes, in weekly chart, yes. The reason is because, well, macro time frames is for maybe 2-3 months, right? Now let's talk about now the 1 day chart again, because I want to show you something else. I'm gonna add here the my indicator OBB, of course. OBB here. Let me show you here. Okay, now you are a bear, of course. I'm not saying short, please. Don't misunderstand here what I'm saying. This setup here is one of the beautiful setups I have here for shorts actually. When you see here 1, 2, and also here testing the MI55 here very soon. Yes, maybe this next week. Yeah. Usually here is when you will see your bull trap. The thing here is like, because OBB, the volume is actually is very slow, you will have to wait maybe 2, 3, 4 days, maybe next week. Yes. So that means today, for example, or this weekend, you can see Bitcoin doing something like this, right? Something like this. Bitcoin will go to the moon, something like that. Perfect, good. But market makers, they love to manipulate. They can manipulate the price, but they cannot actually manipulate, or it's very hard actually, or very expensive trying to manipulate the volume. So if you see this next week, right, better divergence here, also better divergence here, well, I know, right, Bitcoin will go to 100k. Of course not. Yeah. So the thing here is, this is a type I'm looking for right now here. Yeah. Let me just do it like more clean here. Something like this, right? Something like this, right? Where this area should be the area where potentially we will see a major rejection here, because it's the price action around here. As you can see here, this area, volume profile is around here, between 28, 27 and 30k maximum, maybe. Yes. And after that, yes, get ready, because it's gonna be like this. Okay. Why? Well, as I said before, weekly chart for me is very clear. Maybe, as I said, now it's very, very difficult, and maybe for many people, because now everything is green. They think they are missing everything, right? But I will tell you in this 1 second. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let me show you here with some examples here what I'm trying to say here. Well, let me show you here. In weekly chart, well, when the chart, when the last time when I saw this setup here, actually 3 strikes of various variance was in 2021. Here when Bitcoin actually was at, well, $69,000 around here. Well, here we have here, no, actually no, in April 2021. As you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3 strikes, and after that, yeah, what happened? Bitcoin was in sideways, but for you, maybe this is looking small, right? But no, actually it's not. Let me show you here. We have a 25% crash, 25, 20%, 15%, and here 25. Now you got the point, right? So after we have this setup here in average, right? Also with rejection of OPB here in weekly chart, in one day chart, as you can see here, yeah. Every time when Bitcoin gets rejected around here, we will have, in average, we have this move. So thinking about like maybe Bitcoin will hit around maybe, let me see here, yeah, around maybe $28,000. Looking for 25 around there. Well, let me see. Here is 25, maybe around 21, $20,000. So the thing here is like, you ask me right now, is bullish? Yes, it's bullish. It's still to the upside. Yes, it's still to the upside. Should I buy? Well, it's up to you, but not me. No, never. No, thank you. Why? Because in my case, my trade was from here in a spot, and I sold here. Here, I didn't buy anything. I am flat. I am not looking for anything. I'm not rushing. Okay, I am just waiting for the next move, and this is the move I am looking for right now. Now, let me show you something in weekly chart. Yeah, in weekly chart, well, the facts are here. Bitcoin is still in downtrend. Okay, not because you see Bitcoin testing here the ME55 and looking like this. Oh yeah, to the moon. Of course not. Not yet. So the thing here is like if we see, actually last week we almost see the sell signal. I have bad news for you here. Why? Because if you see a new high here, maybe 27, 28, you will have a beautiful, wonderful 3 strikes of various variance in OBB, as you can see here. And that means in the next sell signal here, you will see something like this, right? Something like this. Something like this. In average, well, let's see the crash, right? Okay, so every time when you see a sell signal like this, of course, it will take time, maybe after the signal, maybe a couple months. But in average, the crash is, well, let me show you here. From this point and this point, 50%, and from this point and this point, around 50%. So if we see Bitcoin, for example, you are super bullish and we see Bitcoin at 30K, wow, to the moon, Bitcoin will hit 1 million, right? So from here, maybe imagine we see 50% crash from this point, yeah, is like, well, you see. So I am showing you this based on facts in the charts, okay? I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I don't want Bitcoin to crash. Of course not. And of course, I love bull markets, yes, but well, my job is as a trader, I cannot trade based on my emotions. I cannot trade based on my feelings. One thing is what I feel, yeah, what I believe. Other things are the facts, okay? So that is the thing. Many people, they like to live in this fantasy, right? I identify as a something, right? I don't want to talk about that kind of topics, but one thing is what you believe, how you feel. Other things are the facts, okay? Welcome to the reality. This is the reality. The reality is like Bitcoin is actually still in downtrend. I know it's hard to understand here, yeah, because you're bullish, right? Your feelings, right? Oh my God, no, I'm missing out. But the thing here is like every time when we have this setup here in weekly chart, every time, at least in my system, right, the win rate actually is very high, as you can see here. So the average crash here in 2018 was from this point and this point. Let me see, yes, around 57%. Yeah, from this point and this point, around 46%. So the average crash is around 50%. Okay, so what must happen to change my mind about this is very simple. Bitcoin must reverse the trend, not just in one day chart, also in weekly chart. So Bitcoin from here, imagine we must see a candle like this. Yes, like this. A rally around $40,000 right now. I mean, now, because there is no time for weekly chart. When I say now, maybe next month maximum. Why? Because this, well, Bitcoin will have the opportunity to come back here, retest the MA55 and weekly chart, and here, my friend, we will see something like this, right? The next buy signal here, but Bitcoin will be here. It's not the same Bitcoin right now here, and in the future, Bitcoin again here, doing this. Why? Because here is resistance. Here is Bitcoin right now is testing itself, right? And the second thing here is here will be, this area will be a support. That is a theory, right? So when the help of the we have a buy signal here in the future, yes, this is reversal, and Bitcoin will hit maybe around 50k, 60k, maybe if we see something like this. So today it's still the same, yeah, it's still the same. I think now it's taking a little bit more time I was expecting here, but it's still the same. Okay, so right now here, that is something I wanted to show you, and something else. I want to show you something here because some people, they were asking me here, and is this one. Yeah. Now Bitcoin here in RSI, I don't use it, okay? I don't use it. Technically speaking, if you see Bitcoin closing like this is bullish, okay? Why? Because Bitcoin is avoiding here the bearish divergence is forming in weekly chart, but we will have to wait all the weekend, okay? We will have to wait all the weekend. And honestly, RSI, I know maybe for you is very good. I don't know why still people they're asking me about this indicator. I respect that you're using this thing. Okay, perfect. In my case, after my back testing, well, I don't use, I have a rule. I don't use indicators like actually they are very popular because, well, many rotators they are using that, right? So that's why I don't use it. And also my private indicator is based on volume. So the thing here is like, yes, it's looking bullish. Someone asked me about this. Yes, it's looking bullish. Yes. It's still to the upside. Yes, technically speaking, is above the 50 level RSI. As long as it's above this point, as you can see here, around this point, technically speaking, in weekly chart, the momentum is to the upside. Okay. So the thing here is like, well, if you're using RSI, is you have to understand here, at least with my rules, is like above 50 level is a bull market, below 50 level is a bear market. Now let's talk about here the monthly chart. The monthly chart, well, are we in a bull market? No, we are not in a bull market. Technically speaking, in the monthly, you will see a massive rallies, maybe 40, 45%, yeah, bounce like this one. But technically speaking, Bitcoin must be above 50%. Every time when Bitcoin is above 50%, yes, we have a massive bull run. Let me show you here. Yeah, let me show you here. Every time when Bitcoin is above the 50 level here, for example, here, yeah, we have other here, and we have other around here. You see, every time when Bitcoin is above 50 level in RSI, yeah, rallies to the upside. Right now, it's not there. It's gonna test potentially, yes, but any rejection from there, technically speaking, you will see a downside. So the thing here is like Bitcoin right now is testing major resistance. This area between 25, $27,000 is a major resistance. Why? Because we have here the MA55, as you can see here. The MA55 is a major pivot here between around 24K. If you see, for example, monthly closing about the around 24K, yes, potentially we can start thinking like maybe the pullback here, yeah, should be a buy opportunity. Yes. Technically speaking, as you can see here, we have a buy signal here forming here. It's forming, not yet. It's forming. So one thing here is missing here is the monthly close. If we see the monthly close closing above here, yes, actually maybe the next pullback, because we will see the pullback for sure. We will see a pullback, maybe 40, 50% move to the downside. But that move should be a buying opportunity, something like this, right? Something like this, okay? So, but if you see Bitcoin by now this month closing again below 24K, bad news, because Bitcoin actually is found this area as resistance. Now, what I'm doing right now here, well, nothing. As I said before, nothing. There is no setup for me right now. I am just waiting for this setup, as I said before, in one day chart, looking for this potential bearish divergence forming here. And yes, I will open a short, looking for a major correction to the downside. Of course, my first target, imagine, right? We have this bearish divergence here, something like this, right? My first target should be the MA55 here. But usually when you see 3 stacks of bearish divergence, usually MA55 actually will not hold. Actually, it is gonna break the MA55. Now, let me show you something else here. Let me show you something else. With the ADXDI here, ADXDI, yeah, good. Okay, good. Okay, let me show you here. I'm gonna remove this, the RSI here. 1 second. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move the RSI. Perfect. Okay. So let me show you here. The momentum is still to the upside, as you can see here in 1 day chart. Perfect. Let me show you here the weekly chart. Weekly chart is still to the upside. Yes. So technically speaking, because it's still healthy, maybe yes, of course. But we have some warning signs, like I show you right here. For example, here in monthly chart. In monthly chart, as you can see here, Bitcoin is still to the downside. At least this month, the slope is negative. Still negative here. It's still negative here. So what I want to see in the next close, the green line should be above the red line and crossing the red line like this. If we see something like this, yes, the bottom actually is gonna be, I would say is already in, and the next pullback, macro pullback, I mean 40-50% crash, should be a big buy opportunity. Okay, so if you are thinking you are missing something because, oh my god, I am missing everything, right? I want to make money yesterday. Well, markets are not for you, at least not swing trading. Maybe you will have to wait. So you will have to work, maybe, or you want to learn how to about the scalping or something like that, because maybe you want to trade 1 minute chart. But here is swing. I am always in, do you realize, always in this live stream I am trying to project the major moves, right? Like the next $5,000-$10,000 move. That is the point of this channel, because I am a swing trader. So the thing here is, like, if we see this close, for example, as about MA55, even better, right? About 27. Of course, we will see a correction, but this correction, the next 3-4 months, should be a big buy opportunity, potentially the last one before of a major run. And as I said before, we have to wait at least maybe. Well, if you want to buy in weekly basis, you will have to wait maybe until summer. I have to be honest with you. With this setup, I will never buy. I mean, right now here, no, thank you. No, I will buy in the next potential signal, something like this. Something like this, maybe in summer. Okay. So now let's talk about the stock market, and let's talk about what we can expect right now for the stock market and some altcoins. If you have any request, please let me know in the comments, okay? So let me see here. I'm gonna start with, the USD dominance. The first one is the USD dominance. I'm gonna check the USD dominance because I wanna see what is happening right now. Okay, we have here the USD dominance. Let me see the weekly chart. Okay, this thing is still in sideways here between the MA21 and MA55, as you can see here. So as long, I cannot be bearish, as I said before. As long as it's about the MA55 here, well, this is potentially consolidation. Yeah. So you will see something like this, right? Potentially a buy signal here, and this is like this, right? This should be like this. Okay, so one thing here, guys, welcome again for this live stream. Moving average 400. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't use it. One thing, like, usually I do is, like, I don't add like many indicators, maybe move, because believe me, like in the weekly chart, oh yeah, the moving average 200 was the major support. Now it's a major resistance, but now the moving average 300, 400, 500, 600 is a major support. Yeah, always people will try to find anything to say, you see, I was right. No, in this case, I build a system, and just I stick with the system because it's working. That's it. Okay. Now I will check the moving average 200 years later. Actually, I will do it for Bitcoin, but just the only thing I will do later about Bitcoin. So the thing here is, this is to the upside. It's still to the upside. I know maybe it's not, oh my god, it's nasty. Yes, but it's holding. The facts are there. It's holding the MA55. It's still, right? So, and also here, don't forget about this. The volume is still positive. Not the same like maybe 2022, but it's still positive. As long as it's above the center line, I am still looking for a bounce in weekly chart. Now, the one-day chart here is very interesting here. The process here, as you can see here, is breaking the MA55 here, breaking the MA55 here in OBB, and also in price action. So this is to the downside. So that means, well, Bitcoin will hit maybe 6%. Sorry, USD dominance will hit 6%, and you will see Bitcoin around $28,000. Something like this. Something like this, where this area should be a major bounce opportunity here. You will see something like this, and from here potentially it's gonna be the move for USD dominance to the upside, yes, and Bitcoin will start crashing. So yes, I am looking for a next move for Bitcoin. Still, yes, this is bearish. This is bearish. ADX negative here, it is negative here, sell signal here, losing the exponential MA55. I am looking for a potential break at this range where 6% is going to be the next target. So good news for Bitcoin. Good news for Bitcoin, right? Okay, so let's continue here. But remember, this is 1-day chart, so maybe this week, maybe today, who knows, right? But weekly chart is still to the upside, okay? Now let's talk about the SP500 here, because actually SP500 is still in sideways here. And I don't know. That's why I don't trade the stock market. Oh my God. Okay. So, okay, remember what I said here before? I said last time, I said, well, this is to the upside. Why? Because we have a bullish divergence here. So the momentum is to the upside. We're at test to the MA55, right? That's it. Okay. Now, the move is there. You're thinking to buy there? Of course not. That was like maybe 3 days ago, right? When I said that it was around here, now it's here. Okay. What is next? Always, I'm gonna speculate it's gonna be to the downside, right? I could be wrong because there's still momentum to the upside, yes. But in the context of weekly chart, as you can see here, the momentum is still to the downside, and is below all the moving average here. As you can see here, we have MA21, MA100, and MA55 together, right? Yeah, forming this like wall of resistance. Now, let me tell you something. If the SP500 somehow breaks this level, you will see around 4,300. Why? Because the volatility is contracting here. It's very low. You cannot see it here because it's based on volume, right? But sorry, here. But I am pretty sure, like maybe in 1-day chart, maybe the volatility. Let me see. No, well, no, or maybe 4 hours. Let me see. It's contracting, but not yet, not enough. The thing here is like in weekly chart, the moving averages are technically flat here. So a major move is coming. If this is going to be a bear trap, any close about 4,100, I would say 4,100, you will see out a leg up here, something like this, around, yes, 4,300. But as I said before, I have a system of trading, so I follow my rules, and the rules are this. So here, ADX negative here, sell momentum is still to the downside here. We have maybe one month at least of this move. If you see, watch this, because I know some of you you're in short because we'll go everything to zero, right? If you see in April, for example, this thing that's in the center line here in April, right? Maybe in 1 week or 2, right? And this thing is not crashing. If I will be you, I will just cancel my shorts and everything. Why? Because this thing is gonna be like this. Okay, not today, in a couple of weeks. Okay, so careful here. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with the dollar because I wanna see what is doing actually the dollar here. Okay. Let me show you here. We have here, my previous technical analysis said around maybe 107.8 around there. The dollar hit just 105, 106 actually, but it's fine. Okay, it's okay. It's not exact around this area. Okay, the thing here is like it's still to the upside, right? As you can see here, we still have momentum, maybe at least 1 month. But if you see something like this, right? That's in the center line here. This in the center line here, maybe in April. And this thing is below or even like this, same, right? In the MA55, the prediction is going to change. Right now, it's still to the upside. It's still to the upside, right? It's still like this. But in a couple of weeks, I would say maybe 2-3 weeks, if you see something like this, be careful here because that means this is going to keep crashing, okay? Or at least maybe other test to the previous base around here. Good news for Bitcoin, yes. Actually, yes, it's going to be very good. So, but right now it's still to the upside, right? Maybe in 2-3 weeks I will change the projection, but not yet because we still have momentum. Now let me show you here the 1-day chart here for the dollar. Okay, right now here the dollar is in sideways, as you can see here, sideways, downside. And we know that why? Because we have a better average from this point and this point, this point and this point. Yeah, okay, good. The question is, in 1-day chart, is breaking? No, it's not breaking, right? It's in sideways. It's still in sideways. There's in the center line here. There is a very good chance this thing is gonna be in sideways. Maybe this weekend, maybe some couple days next week. After that, you will see a buy signal here and potentially continuation to the upside. You see? So that's why in 1-day chart, the next 10 days, we will see potentially a buy signal here. The question is if this buy signal here, is going to be strong enough to push the dollar maybe around 108, 109. Like actually that is my target, my final target around here. I am not looking for new highs, just maybe around here. And after that, potentially you will see continuation to the downside for Bitcoin and all the stuff, right? All the other assets. So let me continue here. If you have any requests, please let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna continue here with some altcoins, right? Maybe around 3 or 4, because I know now you are bullish, right? You're looking for Ethereum 10K. Yeah, seriously. I can see right now again Twitter talking about this garbage again. And okay, good, fair enough. So okay, let me continue here with weekly chart. Exactly the same thing. I cannot be bullish here. I mean, it's looking green, powerful, yes, but thinking like buying here because I am bullish, I feel it, right? Ethereum, right? Oh my God, well, I feel it. No, no, thank you. You want to buy here? Perfect. In my case, I will wait a couple months, maybe. I don't care if Ethereum hits 2K, 2,200, whatever. I don't care. The only thing I know is like in the next buy signal here, potentially, if we see a good setup here in the future, right? Here, potentially I will buy. But no, thank you. This setup is not for me. It's still the same thing. I cannot change this technical analysis like this, okay? Okay, so let me continue here. 1-day chart. 1-day chart, exactly the same thing as Bitcoin. As you can see here, is we have new high, new high, new high here. Potentially we will have other high here, maybe 2K, maybe around or almost $2,000 around here. And you will see exactly the same thing as Bitcoin. Other hill here, better variance here. It will triple or maybe double, but in general, now you got the point, right? Many altcoins, they are doing the same thing as Bitcoin. So be careful here because here, all the green things you see here, they will be red again, maybe in 10 days, okay? So let's continue here with Neo, for example. Neo, many altcoins actually, they are not following Bitcoin anymore, not like breaking right to the moon. You are asking me here, I bought here at maybe $6.40. I bought Neo and I sold around 10. Okay, that's it. That was my trade. Fair enough. And here, no thank you. Why? Because this thing, as you can see here, the development is super high right now, the hill. So you will see a crash here in, you say, well, now please study the charts, right? You have to study, right? Here, sell signal, here, sell signal. And you see every time when you see that, what is that? What is that? So what do you think is going to happen here? To the moon, right? So Cardano, the performance is terrible. It's one of the worst coins I saw here because, well, Bitcoin actually with very nice pump. What is this? This garbage is just crashing here. We are going to see a sell signal very soon here and potentially a continuation to the downside, right? Where still my target is around 0.20, 0.10. It's still there, yes, but my projection was like in the monthly. It will take maybe a couple years. Well, it's still working. This is garbage. Now, okay, let me see Solana. Solana to the moon, right? 20. No, it's still in macro terms. It's still doing the same thing here. It's still to the downside, where I'm looking for at least other tests to maybe $12, $13 and potentially new lows if this area breaks, of course. Now let me show you here. This is just a bounce here in 1-day chart, right? A 1-day chart where this is the bounce at 55 and after the projection is to the downside, right? Of course, you will have time. You will have to wait because this is not a short setup. I'm not saying short. The only thing here is like your trade, you enter here at $16. The target should be around maybe 20, 21, and that's it. No more than that. Why? Because weekly chart is still a sell signal. And this is just like this, right? Where the target in the long term, I am looking for 14, 13, as I said before. If you want to see reversals, very simple. Solana must break everything here make a new high here, something like Bitcoin, right? And after that, potentially something like this in continuation. But the timing is not good enough. Is not enough in weekly chart. This is not. Look at this. It's crashing here, and even we don't have a sell signal yet. So it's just about time. In my humble opinion, I think just market makers, they are just trying to manipulate again all the retailers, like, oh yes, please, you see, everything is okay, you see, to the moon, everything is green, buy, and after that, boom, they will fuck you up, all of us. Okay, so as usual, yeah, trading is a business, right? Trading is the art of stealing money from others, legally speaking, right? So every time when you lose, well, someone else got that money from you, you see. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, I think that's it for altcoins. Okay, let me see here in the comments. First comment, okay. First comment, actually, yes. Thank you for joining. Bebo, okay. Thank you for joining here. Dan, hello. Thank you. Okay, so moving average 400. I will not check that thing, but the only thing I can do here is like I want to show you here one thing. Like people, they in the 2017 2015 they were using, oh my god, the strongest moving average in the history of Bitcoin. Let me see, here is the moving average 200. The moving average here in weekly chart 200. Let me show you here. I'm gonna remove this one. Perfect. And I'm gonna show you this moving average. Now, this moving average in the past, right? Many YouTubers, they were using this moving average because yes, actually fair enough. It was working very good in a very healthy uptrend, as you can see for Bitcoin, here, and finally here, what is happening? You see what is happening here? Now, the facts are here. Bitcoin in the past found support here, same as MA55 in monthly, as you can see here, and from here to the moon, right? Okay. Every time when I see any asset in a weekly basis or monthly basis, I am thinking like, if I buy that thing, I will have to wait maybe 3 months in weekly chart, or in monthly, I will have to wait maybe 1 year. Okay, so think about this. You cannot buy, if you are thinking to buy right now Bitcoin because it's bullish in weekly chart, right? Tomorrow is red. Well, your projection is for the next 3 months, not for tomorrow, right? So think about this. It's the same thing like if you buy Bitcoin in 1 hour chart, you cannot expect it's gonna be green because you're thinking, oh yeah, it's green right now, right? Well, but I have to wait. You are thinking to wait maybe 3-4 months. Do it. You have a plan, of course. So okay, so the thing here is like, let me explain you here the moving average 200. Okay, the facts here is like, yes, in 2015 was a very strong support. 2015, 2018, 2020, and here what happened in 2022? Broke the MA 200, the moving average 200, and after that is testing right now here this moving average. The thing here is like Bitcoin is losing steam in the long term. Okay, something like you, my friends, especially you are new. I am doing this for 10 years. Yes, I was there in 2015 with Bitcoin. I was in 2018. I was in 2019, in 2020. Yeah. I am not the best trader, of course not, because I take losses like many traders. But something I have, and maybe you don't have, is experience. The thing here is like, something you have to understand here is like the market, Bitcoin is losing steam every time when it's pumping. Something like this, right? You see the massive run from here, massive run, and after that, massive run, and after that is less and less and less. So what is this telling me? Just using price action, pure price action, is Bitcoin in the higher time frames like weekly chart and monthly is losing power. So in some point it's going to reverse. I have very bad news for you. Yes, I know the halving is coming. I know you are thinking, yeah, Bitcoin will hit 1 million because someone told me. Actually, I don't think so. Maximum, I think maybe Bitcoin will hit maybe $80,000, $90,000, and that's it. No more than that. And that is the most bullish thing I can see. Why? Because, well, let me show you here again. From this point and this point, right, is around 55,000%. Here, 10,000%, and from here is 2,000. Do you realize? $60,000, 60,000 pump, 10,000 pump, and here 2,000 pump. So the thing here is like around maybe 4 or 5 times, right? Is decreasing the power of the move. So from this point, if this is the bottom, from here 400, maybe 400, 500 is around maybe 80, 90,000% of this move. Of course, I'm not saying right now. And now, what is the thing? One of the things like I am looking right now here is like if just only if Bitcoin funds actually this one get rejected, for example, this month or next month by this moving average, and you see something like this, technically speaking, it's gonna be rejection. So this moving average now was support before, and now it's gonna be a major resistance. But not just only this one, also the MA55 in the monthly chart. The biggest difference between this price action here and this price action right now here, because many YouTubers, they are comparing this move, right, with this move, is in the past, Bitcoin was holding this area as support with moving average here, as you can see here. Now is testing this as resistance. Do you see the difference? So that's why Bitcoin is spending a lot of time trying to break 25, 26, 27, because there we have MA55, the monthly, we have moving average 200 there in weekly chart. Now they are acting as resistance all together. Before they were our friends, they were like, oh yeah, good, holding support to the moon. Now, if Bitcoin fails, breaking this, closing about there, I'm not saying just a couple candles. I am talking about a massive move to the upside, very strong, powerful. Bitcoin will have a very nasty price action, and you will see in the long term, the first bear market in the monthly. Okay. So the thing here is like, you have to be realistic. If you are looking for trading, if you are in this live stream, it's because you want to become a trader, right? A real trader. Real trader will take losses. I take losses all the time, but in overall, in the long term, my profits are higher than my losses, and that is the point. Okay, so the thing here is like, when I see this chart, it's like, okay, rejection here, bullish divergence here with my system, of course, testing here MA55, as you can see here, also the weekly chart. Any close below from here, any close, as long as you see here this thing closing, and also even better, a confirmation would be maybe $22,000. If you see any close below $22,000 in the weekly basis, potentially this is going to be a rejection, and you will see continuation. Technically speaking, testing the previous low here, and only based on the volume, right? Based on the volume, there is no volume here to support more this price, and the next target should be maybe around 10K. But it will take time. It will take, honestly, probabilities are still to the upside, yes, but the facts are there, so think about this, okay? So right now here, if we see the system right now, we don't have better divergence in weekly chart, not yet. Oh yes, we have it here. Sorry, we have here. It's forming better divergence here from this point, this point, this point, and this point. We have 23, 25, and potentially 27, 28. Who knows, right? The thing here, we have better divergence forming. The same thing is forming here. It was forming here from this point and this point. Now it's forming here from this point and this point. You see, in my private channels, actually in the investing channel, I said, hey, we have a weekly buy signal forming here. Yes, with bullish divergence. I said in December, in January, this is like this. Okay, let me show you. It was here. It was like this, and I said, hey, any close below 16K, yes, we do see 10K, but we have a bullish divergence forming here, so this is like this. Well, the target is the MA55 in weekly chart around $24,000, $25,000, $26,000. Okay. The thing here is like this. Now we are there. Okay. Oh, let me remove this. Yes. Now we are here. You see? Now the same thing now is forming in the opposite side. Now we have better divergence forming here. As you can see here in OBB, we have better divergence in 1-day chart into the chart forming. So here to the moon, of course not. Oh, of course not. Yeah. So the confirmation, you're looking for confirmations, well, just wait for this. You're using this moving average, right? Some weeks here, yes, and not to use it as a signal here in weekly chart. To zero. Bitcoin to zero, technically. No, not zero, but very nasty move to the downside, okay? So guys, so that is the explanation here. We just using price action. Okay, I hope you please try to be realistic, especially you are doing this like you want to make this for a living. You are just gambler, just honestly follow other I am not YouTuber, you know. You will never see here like, oh yeah, buy this altcoin because this altcoin will make you millionaire. No, I am a random guy sharing his experience about trading after many years. Okay, so let's continue. Let me see here. Yeah, 10 minutes left. Let me see. Okay, James, two questions, right? Okay, Bitcoin James, $25,000 is still a lot of one Bitcoin. Okay, okay, and Jay. Okay, why is a variable divergence so powerful in OBB indicator? Okay, the thing here is like OBB is based on the volume. Okay, OBB is based on the volume. So the theory is like this. And the theory with OBB is like the volume must follow the price. Okay, so in a very healthy bull market, you want to see something like this, right? This is your moving average here, as you can see here, the volume, right? MA55, and you see the slope is positive, right? And OBB always is above, following the trend. And you see the price, they are in the same page. We have a very healthy, beautiful uptrend. Very good, right? But what happened here? The price crash here, yes. And what we have here in OBB, technically speaking, is below the MI55, yeah, and is trending to the downside, yeah. So this is telling me is you see a new high here, market makers, they are just pushing up the price, yeah, trying to sell all their assets to all the retailers because Bitcoin to 1 million, right? That is the mentality of many retailers. That's why many YouTubers, many people, they follow very sophisticated people on Twitter, right? And what happened? They can lie to you here, like, oh, you see, it's bullish, right? It's green, powerful. Next target is $100,000, right? But when you see the volume here, because they cannot manipulate so easily the volume because actually they have to put money in the market, yeah. Well, it's when you had your first warning. Technically speaking, I said in 2000 in April, yes, technically speaking, Bitcoin is in a bear market in volume, right? So I said long time ago, yeah, I have all the records in my live stream. I said before, the next buy signal in weekly chart, we will see Bitcoin maybe testing the previous high or maybe a new high, yes, and this new high is gonna be a major, massive bull trap. In that time, they called me crazy. They said, no, you don't. You have no idea what you're talking about, right? Well, and I said, well, we have the better divergence here plus better divergence here. When OBB and curve, they are in the same page together, yeah, you will see actually very good results. What happened after that? To the moon, right? So now, the same thing here. People said, oh, yeah, Bitcoin will crash to 10K. Yes, I'm still thinking we will see 10K at some point. But I cannot ignore the fact like we have a bullish divergence in curve and also we have a bullish divergence in OBB. You see? When they are in the same page, yes, what is this? Like this. You see? You can apply this rule in any time frames. In one day chart, for example, not just weekly chart. Yeah. For example, here. We have here from this point, let me see, from this point, yeah, from this point and this point, let me fix this because, okay, good. Okay. From this point and this point, we have a bullish divergence, as you can see here, curve, and also BB, right? And after that, what happened? Sideways, and after that, a bounce in one day chart. Of course, maybe it's small for you, but no, it's not small. Let me show you here. It's around 15% move to the upside. You see? So when you have the two indicators, in this case, curve and OBB, in the same page, is when you will see these kind of results. Okay? One thing here that you must understand, with curve, you will get many fake signals. Okay, many fake signals. You could have, for example, right now, we have here a better divergence in curve, yes. But what happened with Bitcoin? Bitcoin, we have this better divergence, Bitcoin drop, and after that, a major bounce. The reason for this is, okay, well, in this case, yes, the same page, the OBB and curve, they were the same page, actually works, yes. But many times you will see the curve is showing you a bullish or bearish divergence, but when OBB is not on the same page, potentially the signal in curve is going to be fake. Okay, there is a very good chance the signal you will see in curve is going to be fake. Why? Because remember the theory, the volume must follow the price. So if the volume is still healthy in OBB and you see these kind of things, I will be just careful. Why? Because the best setup, right, is when you see both indicators in the same page. Okay, you can study here. We have many examples. For example, here in the crash in 2020, in November. I remember exactly this because it's one of the best shorts in all my career, honestly. Yes. I said here, okay, we have, watch this. This is very interesting. I mean, my technical analysis is done, okay? If you don't wanna, you are busy, okay, you can, now you know my pricing for Bitcoin. If you want to learn my system, well, this is the moment, okay? Let me show you here. We have here this move. Yes, and remember, I said in my private Discord, I said, hey, this is the move. This is the move. Bitcoin is gonna crash. Why? Why, Leo? Why? You see, if we see here the weekly chart, yes. What is this? What is this? Bearish divergence, bearish divergence here, yes, for this point and this point, and also bearish divergence all the way down from this point and this point. Okay, good. The next step is I'm gonna start looking for, because this is weekly chart, right? I'm gonna start looking for one day chart set up for shorts. I will have to maybe wait maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. I don't care. Well, I was just waiting, and finally, in one day chart, in one day chart, finally, I saw this. Okay, I saw this, and I said, okay, better the variance in OBB in curve, better the variance in OBB, breaking the seller line, and also volatility super contracted. Let me show you here. Here, volatility super contracted. What is this? One of the best short setups I have in my system. Okay, so I said in that time, this is like this. And not just in one day chart. It's gonna be in weekly chart, even monthly. The next trend from here is gonna be maybe around maybe 14K, 20K, first of all 30K, 20K, and after that maybe 14K. Call me crazy. So what I did, I opened a short position at $66,000 around here, $66,000, and after that, the only thing I had to do is just waiting 3 months. You see, 3 months. Okay. So this is one of the best shorts I have in my career. As you can see here, it's very good actually. Yes, but this is something you will see, or you will have the opportunity maybe just 1 time or 2 times per year in weekly basis. Okay. Because it's very rare when you have these kind of setups. In one day chart, you will have these kind of setups maybe at least 5-6 times per every 6 months, maybe 1 time per month, I think, or every 2 months, I think. But yeah, as you can see here, this is one of the good examples how you can apply my system. Of course, you have to repeat, you have to do it, you have to practice. Okay. In my case, at this point in my life, I am doing with capital. I am trading, testing. I am every 5 years, I improve my system in somehow, some way. Now, after using 5 years the system, I am actually building a new system of trading where this system should be better than this one. So, yes, my friend, yes. Million token, right? They just call me stupid. They say many bad things about me, but well, now you see, million token at $1, right? 1.8. Okay, amazing. Okay, so let's continue here, guys. Let's continue. I think we have 5 minutes left. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let me see here. Yeah. I have some announcements here. Okay, first of all, here, I want to create some documentation, technical documentation for this system of trading. Not just for this system, like a website where you can enter and you can, if you have any questions or how to, how to read price action, various variance, manipulation in the market, this kind of concepts, right? Like my own things, right? Because this is based on my experience, right? For example, many books they will tell you, you have this triangle, right? Or this racing wedge, right? Something like this, right? Something like this, and the target is, I don't know, short or from here, I don't know, something like this, and suddenly just the price is doing something like this, right? I don't know, who knows. The thing here is like, for example, like this, right? Let me show you here. Here, short here because it's breaking my line here, right? And target to the moon, right? Something like this, right? And after that, well, classic technical analysis, they are teaching you this. And after that, what happened? Well, let me do it again here. Because I saw that I saw this technical analysis where some guys, many guys actually on Twitter, they are doing this thing, right? You see, this is my falling wedge or whatever you want. It's like this. So short here because it's breaking this line here. Yeah, and my target, well, should be around here. Okay, and after that they are just getting wrecked. Okay, the thing here is like the classic technical analysis, in my experience, doesn't work. Okay, so I have many videos here, but actually one guy was saying, hey, you have like 2 years of information of your system, live stream, perfect, very good. But actually it's very hard to all your members to find all the right information. So what I'm going to do is, if you are actually I'm going to ask you if you want to help me. I would like to create this like a small documentation here where all of us, we can, if you have any questions about the system, you can go there and you can check all the theory right behind of my system, and maybe it's gonna help you to improve as a trader. Okay. Also, all the content, I will keep posting more educational videos about indicators trading, psychology trading in my Discord and also my Patreon. Because, well, some people, they are supporting me in this channel with Patreon, so I don't get me wrong, but I always, they are gonna be my first priority, my videos, all the things, and after that I'm gonna release everything in public. So I'm gonna keep working with that, and also I am still working with my system, right, where you will see how good or how bad you are as a trader, but it's gonna take a little bit more time. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Let me show you here the recap for Bitcoin in the short term, right? Because I know you want to trade 4-hour chart to the moon, right? Okay, let me show you here. Here you will see it's still to the upside. Yes. ADX positive. Yes. It's like this. Okay. You will see potentially new high, maybe this weekend, potentially 27,000, 28, whatever. And this is gonna be a beautiful bearish divergence. Okay. And the question is, maybe, just maybe, this bearish divergence potentially is gonna be the trigger for higher time frames for selling. Okay. So if you see this move around 27, 28, well, congratulations, you are making money. But if I will be you, I will just start cashing out. Of course, I am no financial advisor. It's up to you. But as you can see here, this is still to the upside, okay? Looking for better divergence forming here. And also we have here potentially, if we have actually OBB with curve together showing the better divergence here this weekend, now you know what is the next, what is going to be the next move, okay? Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and see you in the next live stream, and have a good weekend.